Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Superintendent Spotlighted. It's Thursday, January 23rd, and it is still cold.
Very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, I don't like this.
No.
This is the part of winter where I actually hate.
Welcome to New England.
Yeah.
Well, actually, welcome to Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, that too, because they had some snow,
We had
right?
7 inches of snow yesterday.
That is incredible. This cold snap thing needs to break. But and we are broadcasting live, as we always do, from Studio 120, except for next week, Pete, where we're broadcasting from Westfield High School because we're going to be covering the science fair from 9 to 10, right?
That means I need to clean my car again to put everything in it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. But we are Westfield Tech and Tiger's Pride restaurant is open today from 10:45 to 12:15. The menu, the soups are corn chowder or vegetable minestrone. The special salad is a wedge salad, which is an iceberg wedge with bacon, red onion, toasted walnuts, tomato, gorgonzola cheese, and avocado.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. The entrees today: chicken parm and margarita pizza. And the sandwich specials, you can get a patty melt, which is always good, or a turkey, bacon, and ranch wrap.
Wow. When do they open?
10:45.
I don't know. We may
Let's
be
go.
hanging around for that.
Think we
Sounds
need,
awesome.
Tomorrow, same salads and same sandwiches, but the entrees, they have pork Milanese, which is lightly breaded sautéed pork cutlet finished with a garlic Dijon sauce, served with rice pilaf and glazed carrots, or baked macaroni and cheese. That's a comfort food.
Yeah, that's good for a cold day.
It is. Classic mac and cheese with cheddar and smoked Gouda topped with seasoned crumbs. That sounds good. Served with a salad with your choice of dressing. So, stop by Tiger's Pride Restaurant, 564-3123. Speaking of food, today is National Pie Day.
Okay.
So, we had Pie Day last year, but that was on Pie Day, 3/14, right? And
Yep.
so people tend to have pie on Pie Day, too.
Yep.
And we had a pie that they made us last year. I remember, I think they put 3.14 or
Nice.
whatever on the pie. So it's January 23rd. It celebrates one of the nation's favorite desserts. Do you like pie? Everyone like pie?
I love pie.
Pie is good. Pete, you like pie? You're good with pie? Yep, he said.
Very
all right.
American.
Very. And so we're going to talk about some favorites. So no matter how you slice it, pie in just about any form makes a crowd pretty happy. There's fruit pies, berry pies, cream pies. They're all mouth-watering servings of homemade goodness, and I
yum.
could just really enjoy that. So what do you think is the top pie in the country? The people's favorite pies. 37% of people wanted this pie.
Apple.
That's what I would say, apple.
I was going to say apple.
It's absolutely apple.
Yeah.
Second is in the other category. So that's the cream pies. And there's two flavors.
Yeah, okay.
Yum.
Third is cherry. Fourth is blueberry. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would have said pumpkin somewhere.
Pecan.
Yeah, that's-
Pecan is in there too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
some people don't like that because of the texture. It's a texture thing. For
It is.
pecan pie.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry
I do
for
like
them.
pecan pie, but I am a very texture-driven person when it comes
I make
to
a
eating.
very good pecan
Really?
pie, I've been told.
I think that's an invitation to bring some in. Okay. So National Pie Day celebrates, pie. And everyone is invited to bake their own favorite pie. But more importantly, the day reminds us of enjoying eating pies. The only question is, will it be a la mode? What does that mean?
Ooh,
With ice
warmed
cream.
up with ice cream.
Yes. So
It reminds me of a diner.
Actually-
Those are good.
There's a Vermont style, which you have a slice of Vermont cheddar cheese.
there is
Cheddar.
too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So a la cheese.
Yeah.
And before we I want to comment, we had a ribbon cutting last Saturday.
Oh, it
at
was wonderful.
It really, really was. I want to say that I probably underestimated the amount of people that would attend, and it wasn't a bad thing. We had to pause twice during the program to let folks continue to
I
come
mean,
in.
they were out the door, and it was a cold,
yeah.
rainy day.
We had
and
hundreds.
still came.
I can't say how many.
Yeah.
Definitely over 100. Maybe closer to definitely over 200, I think. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a good
Yes,
crowd
yeah.
estimator, but it was nice. We had a former principal there. We had former principals there,
Right,
of either
many.
Abner or Franklin, many, a lot of families, and just a great event for Westfield. And it had been 25 years since we opened a new school in this district, so it was definitely long
was
overdue.
time.
And
And what a beautiful school, too.
beautiful.
It's really-
For those that had a chance to attend, it is it's just the design is awesome. And if you didn't, well, you'll get there at some point, but certainly a lot of people came. So the ribbon cutting was wonderful, but we are here today to talk about what, Christine?
We are here to talk about Countdown to Kindergarten. We are starting our registration for the fall, and we need families with kindergartners to come on in and register. We have an event Tuesday, February 4th at 6 p.m. And guess what? It's held at the new school,
It is.
Westfield River,
There's another
right on
opportunity to
Franklin
see.
Road. So come on down. We have all kinds. We can talk more about what kinds of things we have for the kiddos and families.
Well, something
and
caught my attention. The kids will be getting shirts, and they're the class of what?
2038.
Do you hear that, Pete? The kindergartners now, the class of 2038.
I feel old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
too.
Wow.
I'll be
2038.
long since retired by then.
You and me both, but it's just insane that, wow,
I know.
I know.
So they'll all get a T-shirt when they come.
they will.
They will.
That's perfect. And
And other things, too.
Yes.
Yes.
other
They're
things.
goodies.
So the event is 6 to 7:30. It is at the new school. Do they need to bring anything?
If they're going to register, yes.
Yes.
To bring
All
their
right.
they have documentation that they have to bring. That
Okay.
list is on our website. Pretty basic: birth certificate, their medical records, and 3 proofs of residency.
3. So what's an example of proof of residency that you can bring? Like a
a
bill?
utility bill,
Okay. Mortgage?
an ID, a mortgage, a
mortgage.
lease. Yep.
And your ID has to have the right address on it if you moved? Is that
Not necessarily.
okay?
No.
Because
We do have
The state.
families from out of state that
Right.
move, on a whim and don't
Have a
don't
license.
time to change
Right.
it. Yeah.
and I think your license covers you for a certain amount of time in the different
think so,
states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a passport
Yeah,
works
or a
too.
passport, yeah.
Or a
Passports.
passport.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some
Yeah.
form
It'd
of
be good if
ID.
they brought copies, not originals.
Copies would be
Copies.
wonderful.
Copies.
But
And
we
they
can
leave
make
those
copies.
with
We
us,
can
correct?
make
We can make
copies.
copies.
You're going to have a copier there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll
And we
just
have
be
a
little
great
Yeah.
time.
You have to tell Westfield River we need a copier.
Jill, if you're listening, I'm
sure she's tuned
copy
in.
for that.
Two
would be good.
would be good.
Okay.
And we have a great team that's planning this event, and
All
that
right.
runs
Who's
it
the
every
team?
year.
Is this the team?
This is our team.
Okay, why don't you
Plus a
introduce
few more.
everybody?
Okay. Sarah, do you want to start us off?
Sure. So I'm Sarah Kotarski. I work at Central Office, Central Registration.
So all registration goes through you.
Right. So she's the face of registration,
Smile.
Pre-K to 12.
There you go.
along with.
Laura Surprise, and I do the EL registration.
Okay.
Is usually what I helps with.
Yeah. And we also have in our office our district interpreters, and they will be
Yeah,
there.
they'll be
so we
there,
have
yeah.
Nair Rivera and Lana.
So we'll have
Adams.
Russian
Yep.
and
So we'll have
Spanish.
Russian, Ukrainian, and Spanish. And our EL supervisor will be there to help with other languages. So, and we have
Paula Hebert-Pike, the Westfield CFC Program Coordinator.
All right, what does CFC stand for? We got to ask.
Coordinated Family and Community Engagement.
Coordinated. And you've been doing this for some time.
I have been.
Yes.
I've been since 1998.
1998.
I had a different name back then, but yes, I've been here
Wow.
since 98.
Right. And Paula's great because she connects us with younger families, with organizations that work with families. So she's been very helpful in connecting us and getting the word out, really. So
I hope we have a lot of attendees, right? We do.
we always try to hit over 100. So
Last year we had over 100.
You did.
104, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep
Like
track
the
every year.
4, yeah.
yeah, and we have other things too. So we have T-shirts, and what else do we have?
Well, we're going to come back.
Oh, we're going to come back.
We're going to take a quick
Okay,
break.
I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
And just a reminder, we have 4 songs that we play. The last one, of course, you don't hear. I just tell you what it is. It gets played on the way out, and you have to try to guess the year that these 4 songs were in the top Billboard 100. And the first song was number 35 in this year. Number 35.
This year.
Number 35.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. It is Thursday, January 23rd, and it is still cold out.
A little warmer than yesterday, though.
A little warmer than yesterday.
A little bit.
And that song, by the way, is We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. So, and I remember that. I actually know all the words to that song.
I think I was just out of high school when that came on.
You were? Okay.
Yes.
So I used to use the song as a U.S. history teacher, too, to kind of,
Yeah.
And that was some time ago. We don't have to go back that long.
No,
ago,
no,
but, I used to use the song for that purpose, and it was good. And then there was a new version. Paula and I were just talking about Fall Out Boy released a new version, and I do remember, Pete, we've played that once on the show when I wasn't doing a year thing. But Billy Joel did help him write it, so it is kind of updated.
Yes.
I don't think it's as good.
No, it's definitely not as good.
Not as good, but
couldn't be as good.
No.
in a way.
I always like the classics.
Yeah,
They're the
and
best.
the remakes are never usually. Well, there's a few ones
There's
that
a few
remakes
that
are
are
better than the
okay.
original. Actually,
Right.
I will say that. But I think Billy Joel's doing a concert. We're talking about doing some shows. He's in his 70s. He's not a young guy, and if you think about it, I mean, growing up, I remember Billy Joel. That's something my parents would listen to, and my mother wasn't torturing us with Kenny Rogers and Loretta Lynn. So, Billy Joel was well liked around the house, but they were cassettes back then.
Yeah, I
had-
have a few of those. I still have them.
Do you have something to play it on? Cassette player?
Actually, I do.
There you go.
I'm old school.
I listened to records, too, before cassettes, right? No?
Records?
Yeah,
Records?
I still have
I
some
have-
of those.
Well, there's
too.
8-tracks someplace in there too. Did you ever
Yeah,
have
I
those?
think I skipped right over those, though.
We didn't.
have
I
a
just
player.
remember we had a big, in our living room, we had a big stereo box system. It was made of all like a wood cabinet, and when
We
you
had
opened it up,
Yeah.
you had the turntable,
Yep.
the 8-track player, and the radio.
Yep.
It's big,
Oh, yeah.
big, huge
Yep.
like
Right.
thing. You weren't stealing that because it was
No.
pretty heavy.
Right.
Just like a lot less TVs used to get stolen when they were those huge consoles
that's
TVs, you know,
exactly.
because you couldn't lift it.
No, they weren't going anywhere.
They weren't going anywhere. So, but we are talking about Countdown to Kindergarten, and that event is being held on Tuesday, February 4th at Westfield River Elementary from 6 to 7:30. We were talking about a little bit about the event, and Sarah was telling us a little about the documentation, right? And it's on our website, schoolsofwestfield.org. And then we were kind of talking a little bit about what the event looks like. So people walk in the door, what are they going to see?
The first thing they're going to get is a T-shirt.
That's perfect.
Then
The
they'll
kids,
get-
right?
Yes, the kids. And then the kids will also get a backpack.
Wow.
Yes.
And what's in the backpack?
Lots of stuff.
Lots of goodies.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we have
We have
markers and books, and,
pencils,
yeah,
crayons,
Some little games,
games.
maybe? Yeah.
Yep.
All kind.
Yep.
stress balls.
Stress balls.
They're like the earth.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yep.
I don't know what else.
It's a lot.
There's more.
There's
Yeah.
there's colored pencils, crayons,
Yep.
markers.
So things that
Flashcards.
kids want to
Flashcards,
use. So
yeah.
really, if for no other reason, come to get the free stuff, the T-shirt and the.
Oh, yeah.
But, of course, we want you to register, right? And that's
course.
important for us as we plan for next year, so
Right.
that we know how many kindergarten sections we need to have. So
Right.
it really does help the district out if you register early and
Early.
often.
Right.
Well,
Right.
only one time.
Only
but-
one
Yeah.
So they walk in, they get that stuff, and then they
Yep.
go. Then what? I'm a parent. What am I doing next, Paula? What do you
Going into the gym of the new school that I have not been in yet.
That's
so
okay.
Oh.
That's okay.
You're going to love
I
it.
know.
But the vendor table.
Right, so then we're
tables.
going to have vendors from the community will be there, the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA. They will be talking about their after-school programs that they offer. And then we're going to have someone from Seven Hills who is the voucher person. So if parents have questions about how to transfer maybe their preschool voucher to a school-age voucher, she can answer those questions.
Perfect.
We're going to have someone from Community Action, the Head Start, to talk to parents with younger children.
So even if you're not registering for us, Head Start will be there,
Yep.
and that is pre-K.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like,
Right.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
yeah, definitely
Actually, I believe they have
pre-K.
infants.
do they really
Yeah.
have infants?
Yeah.
We're also going to have someone from the behavioral health, and the helpline.
BHN?
Yeah, from the helpline specifically. So she's going to explain to parents the helpline and that it's so great and any teenagers can use it. And so they're going to be there. The library will be there. CFC will have a table. And
Is
we
the
have
library
goodies,
going to
too.
do memberships?
I don't know
Did they do that last
exactly what
year?
her plan is. I know she brings goodies, and that's the thing. Come to all the vendor tables.
Yes.
'Cause we all have goodies,
Goodies,
too.
yeah.
So
Ooh, and yeah.
go
And-
home with a
and you
big
know
And
bag.
we have some others. We have staff coming too.
Principals.
Our principals come and they set up
Services.
tables, so you can meet the principals of.
How do I know what school I'm going to?
Well, we
And we have a street listing, and we can tell you what school you're going to.
New street
Right.
listing.
New street
Oh,
listing.
New street
All
listing.
New street
Updated.
listings, all
Yes.
updated. But
updated with the new school.
I was just thinking too, Fort Meadow students don't need to register, but they should come because there's lots of goodies for them. But they don't need to
preschool,
register.
Fort Meadow,
Yeah.
Right, all
Highland,
the-
Munger, Westfield
Yeah.
River.
Right.
If there's any
They definitely
preschool
come.
families at those schools, they don't
don't
have,
have
to
to
They don't have to register.
but we want them to come.
Right, we want
Yes.
them to come.
Still come and get free stuff and say
Yeah.
hello.
And meet your principal.
And
No,
meet the
it's-
principal, right? So the principals, the elementary principals will be there. So we're down to 5 schools now because we had 6, but we combined 2 for 1.
That's right. We also have our literacy coach for elementary and
And who's that?
preschool. That's Kelly O'Sullivan will be
Okay.
there, and she'll have some goodies and some information.
About
Like
literacy.
things you can do at home with kids, what they're going to do in kindergarten, and also our STEM coach will be there, science, technology.
And that's Lindsay.
Lindsay Ayers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
transportation will be there.
Oh, and what's
And
well, that's
food
the exciting
services.
piece.
We will.
Oh,
have-
that's
Yeah.
right. Transportation. So
Transportation will be
What will
there.
be
and
outside,
We will
though?
have a school bus outside so the kids can, go on and explore and check it out.
They can check out a bus.
check out a
What
bus.
is more fun than that?
They
Nothing.
can actually see what a tray of food will
Yep.
look like.
Right?
Yeah.
They'll
Yep.
know what the menus are going to be like.
and how they
Yep.
get posted and things like
Right.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there'll be snacks there.
I mean, food service is wonderful. They provide snacks for the event. So and come and show examples of
Right.
lunches and all that. So
We have our lunch and breakfast participation has really doubled since pre-COVID, and it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
And I think
Everyone
the quality
gets-
of our food has come up significantly as
And
well.
I loved my school lunches when I went to school,
But we're getting like meat from like North Elm Butcher Block.
which is great. It's
Yeah.
local.
We're
and it's
supporting a
fresh,
local
and
business,
that's
but
nice.
also, right, I think you're getting.
right.
It's a quality
Real
place.
food.
You're getting real food. It's not the mystery meat that I grew up with.
That was the fun part. The mystery meat was the best part.
All right, I just have to say this. So I remember when McDonald's came out with the barbecue sandwich, whatever.
Yes, that rib, McRib.
And then they schools started doing the ribacue. They used
Yes.
to call it.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that was.
sounds awful.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't know what McDonald's was either, for that
Well,
matter. So.
yeah, and they still bring it back periodically.
Do they?
They
Oh,
do.
man.
And not that I'm a
No.
huge McDonald's, but I'll see a commercial. It's back, or you'll drive by and they'll be on.
Gotta
the
have
side.
it once.
It's basically
Not that long ago.
I don't even know, a meat something
Meat something with barbecue
with barbecue sauce on it.
a
So all you really taste is the
barbecue
barbecue.
sauce. But yeah.
So if you like barbecue sauce,
Listen.
you're good. But so really, this is an interactive experience, and it's as interactive as parents want to make it, in that they
Right.
can go up and introduce themselves to the principals, and our principals love this event because it's the first. Really, they get exposed to these new kindergarten students that are going to be coming. So
Yeah.
I think we all love the event
Right.
for that reason.
Right.
So.
I
and-
also remembered we have Fawn St. Pierre comes.
We do.
our head
Yeah.
nurse.
So
Yes.
yeah,
So she has
if they
information
bring-
about immunizations
Yep.
and just
And
health.
she'll be
She
right
can
up.
answer
Yeah,
questions.
she'll be right up with us.
Yes.
Where
With
the
that part.
registration,
Registration,
is.
yeah.
To help
Yeah,
out with
she
that.
Look at
Great.
So much going into
Yeah.
kindergarten. huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about the parents? Because I'm sure there are some of them, if it's their first, for example, too. Do you ever see them like? There must be nerve wracked,
They're
right?
very nervous.
yeah.
Yes, especially if it's their first. They're sad. because
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
baby's going to
Yeah.
kindergarten, and then they don't know how to navigate the process. So this event is perfect for that, because we can just take them by the hand and say, "This is what you do." And like, I have this great book that I'm giving out. It's like 15 things to do before your child goes to kindergarten. So it's like just really nice
Really?
to prepare and
Yeah.
yeah,
Excellent.
So
We also will have information about the screening dates, because once you register, even if you're in preschool, we do a very simple screening, but it helps us get ready for the fall. like do.
When we come
student
back from our break, we're
groupings.
gonna
We'll talk
more about the
Great.
screenings because people want to know about that as well. It is Thursday, January 23rd, 9:29. Our next song is was number 1.
It's number
987654321.
I know this pain. Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? No one can change your life except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. Just open your heart and your mind. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Oh, someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. You could sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? You got no one to blame for your unhappiness. No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Let your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? No. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. If you hold on for one more day, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day and you break free from the chains. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day and you break free from the chains. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day, yeah. Hold on. Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on? Can you hold on? Can you hold on, baby? Won't you tell me now? Hold on for one more day, 'cause it's gonna go your way. Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight this Thursday, January 23rd. And that was Wilson Phillips with Hold On. It was number 1. And everyone knew that one, too. So the first 2 songs everybody at least knows, so that's helpful.
That's good.
And then we started talking about, of course, Wilson Phillips, how they are a product, I guess, of the mamas and the papas, one way or another, depending how you look at that. This song was big. And you said it was in a huge. I mean, it was always on.
Yeah, it was a summer hit.
Yeah, they brought it back in Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Which I was thinking came out like 5 years ago, but Sarah's like, no, that was like 15 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said like it was recent.
I thought it was. Like
15 years ago is not recent.
No, it's not, Stefan.
It's-
Time just goes
Time
by.
flies.
And the next one was featured on the album. Not only was it the album that it hit on, but it was also featured on Jock Jams.
Yes. I think, and my next one is my red herring.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Just check. Red herring meaning it's going to throw. It might throw you off. Oh, you've heard the song. You'll know this, Sarah. Sarah's not very says she's not very good at this, but I doubt that. So, all right. So we have been talking about with some great guests today about Countdown to Kindergarten event, and we left off with your 15 things to do before kindergarten. Can you rattle off some of them? I'm putting you on the spot. Nothing. So what are some
It's a
things?
booklet. It's a nice booklet.
It's a booklet. What are some things that we want to do? Obviously, you want to register your child for kindergarten,
Little
right?
register.
If they need transportation, you're going to want to stop there so you can see where your bus stop area could be, right?
Correct.
And if you want to, lunch and breakfast are free, so you want to stop by that table, right? So that you can figure out and get the menus and know how you're going to know what's for breakfast and lunch. And then we've got, of course, the help tables that you're talking about. And the Y and the Boys and Girls Club are both going to be there. They have before and after school programs.
Yep. And like I said, the Seven Hills will be there to help with
the vouchers thing. And then you've got BHN who's going to be there. You've got the Westfield Athenaeum will be there as well. So there's a lot of groups.
The YMCA, they go directly to the school.
Yes.
Yes,
So
for
the before and after
Yes,
is
before and
directly
is at the
school.
school. They're
They
actually
don't-
at the
Boys
school.
and Girls Club, they go.
But I do think
Right.
they have in the mansion part, I think they have an after-school
They do.
program too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do,
So it's
but-
options, just
Yeah.
options
Right,
for
right.
parents.
But they typically stay at school for most of them for the
Which is
YMCA.
nice.
They do.
So you have before and after care, which
Right,
we try
and,
to.
and kids go on to the Boys and Girls Club by bus.
On a bus.
Right.
And it's actually the Boys and Girls Club that's lending us a bus
They
for
are.
this event, which is
Thank you, Bo and Kelly.
exactly wonderful.
Yeah.
So
And so again, I think that there's another authentic experience. So once I'm done and I've registered, okay, and so I brought my documentation, I brought my proof of residency, my ID, my what else? Birth certificate.
Medical, physical, and immunizations.
Okay.
And the lead screening has to be on there for all kindergarten.
Is that new?
No.
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 Explain lead screening.
I don't know.
Okay.
The nurse told me. That has to be
kids-
on there.
But kids will get a screening at their pediatrician.
They do.
Yeah.
They
So
do.
that'll
I
be
think it's
part
all
of
part
that's
of
pretty
their
routine.
physical.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean my
So,
kids got that.
Can I
Yeah.
partially register, or do I need to come with a complete packet?
No, you can,
Partially?
yeah.
And then just bring in the rest of the stuff
Yep.
later?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we'll
can.
have Chromebooks
Well,
there.
Chromebooks that they
because-
can register there.
Right.
They don't have to register at home. They can come in and register that night.
That night as well?
Right.
Awesome. Or they can do it at home.
Or they can do it at home.
That's
whatever
available on
works
our
for them.
website
It
too
is.
for
Right.
registration.
But sometimes people want a little help with registering,
Right.
so we'll have the Chromebooks. They'll be able to work with Laura and Sarah and any of us to help with that if they want to, but they can do it at home as well.
Okay.
And then it's the paperwork that we can make copies of.
And
So
our
if they-
EL families will be we'll have our EL department
Yep,
basically
they will
at
all
the
be
school
there.
as well.
We'll have our translators, so
The
they
building
can get
principals
help.
of all the schools and the
Yep.
assistant principals typically
Yeah,
arrive
typically
as well.
they come as well.
And
yeah.
you will all be there, of course, too, to help them. So that's
Yep.
We
exciting.
will, yes.
And if it snows, the snow date is the
That
2 days
Thursday.
later.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
but I think we're done with snow. That's my prediction.
this was it.
I think we've had enough snow. And really, if you look ahead in the forecast, there's nothing.
No.
There's no
I
snow.
know.
That's okay.
There's no rain, nothing. though.
good with that.
So I am too, actually. the little bit of snow we got over the
It
weekend
was
was
pretty.
just perfect.
It's perfect. It was
Yeah.
pretty.
And it wasn't like overwhelming.
But now
Easy
we're
to
done.
shovel.
I'm done.
We're done.
I'm ready
We're
for
done.
spring,
Yeah.
actually. Are you? I mean,
I am
You're done.
so ready.
I'm ready for the beach.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm more about the beach.
All right, Pete, we're going to listen to our third song because in our next segment, I believe Tiger Tigers Pride will be helping us celebrate National Pie Day, so we need to be aware of that. But this next song was number 13. Hopefully it wakes you up a little bit this morning. Here we go.
13.
Pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. 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 Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd are jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. 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 Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump it, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump it, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it up. Yo, pump it, pump up the jam, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Yeah. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Not a big pie person.
I love pie.
All right. And we're back.
Hey, welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. And it is National Pie Day today. So we have some pies that we're looking at. So here are some questions. National Pie Day, again, celebrates pie. Did you know the first pies appeared around 9500 BC
Really?
in the Egyptian Neolithic period or New Stone Age. So humans have been eating pies for a very long time, and with so many to choose from, you have to like something, right? I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
anyone who doesn't like pie.
I don't know. I love all pie.
Well, you like some pie.
How about meat pie?
Ew.
Oh,
French meat
Canadian
pie.
meat pie?
French meat pie is
French
good.
meat pie.
Sorry.
Never had it.
No.
Actually,
You don't like meat pie?
Technically,
Oh,
shepherd's
yeah.
pie is also.
We eat a lot of pie. in my
Shepherd's
house.
pie?
Shepherd's
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah.
You'll do shepherd's
Chicken pot
pie.
pie. Chicken
I'll do
pot
chicken pot
pie.
pie.
There are so many different kinds of pies. So here's a fun tidbit, by the way. Cream-filled or topped pies are favorite props for humor.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Would you like a pie in the face?
Throwing a
Terry?
pie at a person's face has been a staple of film comedy since Ben Turpin received one in Mr. Flip in 1909. So that's the first time that it became a pie in the face. But the American Pie Council created National Pie Day in 1986 to commemorate Crisco's 75th anniversary of serving foods to families anywhere. Now, Crisco is not good for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Does anyone use Crisco anymore?
In some baking. My daughter's a baker, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to.
Yep.
I do.
You have to.
Crisco and lard are the two things that
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't be using to cook with
My
anymore.
mom cooked with it a lot.
Listen. My mother used to make us scrambled egg, not scrambled, sunny side up eggs.
Yeah.
Actually, now
Cooking
they're
it-
saying lard's
In
better
bacon
than
fat
trans fat.
or lard.
Is it-
That is traditional.
Yeah,
Very much.
she would
Yeah.
she would cook our eggs in bacon fat.
Yep.
Oh.
It's actually better than the trans fat stuff that they're putting out, the seed oils and things like that.
It is, really?
It's actually
Lard
better.
is actually
Yeah, it's actually
Really?
better for you.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I remember when I worked in a grocery store in
Bring
high
it
school.
on.
I would stock lard. I don't know that I've even seen lard in the grocery store. They still have it.
At Big Y, he stocks lard all the time.
Really?
People ask all the time for it.
Really?
Excellent.
Thank you.
Grab the microphone
I
there on
Thank
the
you.
table.
He's got the mic, but is it not on?
It should be on.
Is it plugged? Is it plugged? Where's it plugged?
Oh, it's not working, Pete.
Yeah, he plugged it in.
He's talking into it.
Yeah, but I don't hear him when he's
Yeah.
talking into it. Oh, now I hear it.
that.
Do that.
Yeah, that.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
What do we have today for National Pie Day, Chef?
So today we did a banana cream pie per someone's request.
Oh, that's
without mentioning
Oh.
Mr. Zaporowski. Just so you know, we gave him two options: chocolate cream or banana cream. So for those chocolate cream lovers out there, you can talk to Mr. Zaporowski later.
Good choice. Good choice.
And then, so I did have a senior that made this, but we're so busy in there getting the restaurant open, and
Sure.
she's a little camera shy.
That's fair.
And I actually got her as far down as the door right there, and she ran away.
That's okay.
It is okay.
Not everyone wants to be on camera.
That's all right.
No.
Just tell her thank you.
So I had to pull in Andrea from Graphics and Communications to help me with this.
Hi, Andrea. Thank you for helping.
And the reason Andrea does a lot of design work for us on menus and special event menus with the Canva application.
I got to
She
tell you, I
does
like the one-page menu better than what you used to
Love
have.
it.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
better.
I don't like the book fold menu.
Yeah.
That's just so 70s.
It is.
Kudos to Andrea for helping us with that. And I know I can always rely on her. I said, Andrea, I need a new design on a menu. Come up with it. Bring the proof over. Once we approve it, we move forward with it. And she's awesome at it.
Nice.
Oh, great.
We need to get more out of you for the rest of the year till June because you're capable of greatness.
Are you graduating?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You'll
Well.
be graduating. And what are your plans after school?
I think I'm going to go to HTC for education.
Really? You want to be a teacher?
Right.
Elementary, middle, high? What do you want to do? High school. Any particular subject area?
English. I want to take after Miss Morris.
Really? Okay. All right. Mrs. Morris is a teacher here, English teacher. So that's fantastic. You want to be go into teaching,
That is wonderful.
where you can actually use your design and communications background as well. So that's terrific.
Yeah, there's always a way to incorporate that component into everything you do.
That is-
especially students that are visual learners.
Absolutely.
You'll have that already.
Well, and you learn a bit of marketing too, and teaching is a little bit of marketing, to be fair, because you have to hook the kids so you're marketing to an audience, right? So that's exciting. Oh, I love when we meet an inspiring
that's
educator.
awesome. Yes.
Marketing word has come up so much in the past couple weeks.
It really has.
Yeah, we'll hit that another day.
Okay.
But I do have a conversation with you about that.
Perfect.
So real quick, does anybody in here know how to make a cream pie?
No.
I've made them in the past, but
Elena never made one before, and so I guided her through the first process of doing the banana cream pie, and then she enjoyed it so much, and she says, "Let me make another one without your help," which I love when students do that. And I said, "Absolutely, we have another pie crust. Let's do it." and she wanted to use. She made the same vanilla. It's almost like pastry cream or a custard. Like that custard base, you could make coconut cream pie. You could make anything you can think of, really. Chocolate cream pie. You're just adding unsweetened chocolate and sugar. And she wanted to add strawberries, and I was actually surprised how kind of predominant the strawberries came out in the vanilla custard. I was eating that out of the pan.
Real. So now I'm torn because
I know.
I kind of want to try the strawberry vanilla pie, and I love banana cream pie. What am I going to
I
do?
know.
Sounds
Have
like
one of
piece
each.
Yeah,
Sounds like
nothing
2
wrong.
pieces.
Sounds like 2 pieces.
Order.
So the most important thing about making a cream pie, in my opinion, is tempering your eggs into your milk.
That is
So what does that mean?
part.
Anybody know what that means?
Do you mix them together?
You
Like
slowly
How you
take
mix
you
a
them?
little
kind of
bit
warm
and
the milk and you add the
you
egg to
slowly
it.
add it, and
yeah.
then you add it in.
So you heat your milk up
Bigger-
with your sugar to
yes.
dissolve the sugar.
Yeah.
I do it with lemon meringue.
Yeah.
And then into the cold egg yolks or eggs
Mm-hmm.
and egg yolks, depending upon the recipe you're using, you actually take some of your scalded milk with the dissolved sugar and slowly pour it
Mm-hmm.
into your egg mixture while you're whisking it to warm your eggs up.
But you don't want scrambled eggs.
Because you'll make
Correct.
scrambled eggs if you just add your eggs to your
Yeah.
hot milk, because it goes in too quick no matter how
Right.
quick you
Right.
whisk it, they
Right.
will
I didn't even think of
scramble.
that.
Yeah. Whoa.
I do like scrambled eggs, but not in my
Yeah,
pie.
Not in your pie.
Pastry cream's the same way. Creme and glaze is the same way, which is an English cream sauce. Anytime you see tempering of eggs, you're basically warming up your
I
eggs.
watch
And
a lot of holiday
the way I do it is
Yeah,
I
me
always
too.
fill the bottom of the bowl that has the eggs, and when I sense the heat to the touch, I know they're warm enough. And then you add that back to your milk and quickly
Yeah.
whisk it together. And usually there's cornstarch. I usually put a little. I cheat. I put a little bit of cornstarch in with my egg, whether the recipe.
Why is that
calls for it or
cheating?
not. It tightens it up better. And so sometimes I'll even see at restaurants they'll cut a cream pie and it all falls down.
Yeah.
I want it to stand up. So
You do.
The cornstarch is a thickener.
There's a good
and
tip.
it bind it
There's a good
together.
tip. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And then you always want to pour it into your pie shell as soon as it's done. In this recipe, anytime you add a flavoring on top of it, such as vanilla, you want to put it in after you heat it, because when you heat the vanilla, it dissipates the flavor. And that this particular banana cream pie also called for butter to be folded in at the end too. And then we have to do what's called blind baking a pie crust first, which is
Baking
look
the
intrigued.
pie crust.
I do.
Yep.
You bake it, but we put the little ball things in it, so you can't really see if the pie crust is done. You kind of have to guess.
I wait.
So trick.
Pie weights, yeah.
You take your pie crust that's in your tin, and I use a fork, and I go all the way around the side and then all around the bottom, and that prevents it from bubbling up.
Ah,
And then I take so back in the day we used like black-eyed peas or dry peas,
Yeah, okay.
put them on top and bake it. Now, I'm not in the 70s anymore, so I put a empty pie tin on top of it. So the empty
okay.
pie
So it
tin
keeps
keeps
it
the bottom
flat.
from puffing up.
Yeah.
Convection oven preferably, because you have the hot air being
The
forced
air-
all around
yeah,
the
yeah,
chamber,
yeah.
and it browns up the crust much
Yeah,
more
do I have?
effectively,
I have a
efficiently.
brand new one.
And for about 7-8 minutes, and then I remove the pie tin and brown the bottom off.
Oh,
Allow it to
okay.
cool for maybe 2 or 3 minutes and pour your custard right into it. And another important step is when you make a custard, cream pie, anything like that, you want to put plastic wrap right on top of it. And that prevents the skin from forming.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yep, you don't like a chocolate
Yeah.
cream pie.
Gross.
You'll have like an eighth of an
Yeah.
inch of
Yeah.
dry custard, and it forms literally a skin, and it's not very
Yep.
pleasing to the palate.
No.
No.
It doesn't sound very pleasing.
No,
It's
I know
not.
exactly
No.
what you mean.
Yeah,
It is-
yeah.
Even if you make pudding at
Gross.
home, like my wife always makes pudding in the little graham cracker shells, a
Yeah.
little treat,
Yeah.
and she always puts right on top because nobody wants to. I remember there was a Seinfeld video, a Seinfeld episode when
episode.
George was making chocolate pudding skins and trying to market them. Market.
There's
Yep.
the marketing. That's
And
the key word.
It never really gained traction except with him.
Right.
I'll
Well,
bet. I
The
can
show
see
about
why.
nothing. So
it's a show about
Yeah,
nothing. Right, right.
Exactly.
fits. All right.
Many George Costanza stories that
Yeah, right?
Too funny.
one of my favorite shows.
And it's-
So we have pie.
Yes, please.
Everyone wants it.
Oh,
Sarah's going to pass.
And homemade whipped cream on top too.
Wait,
by
you
the
were
way.
gonna
Homemade
little bit.
whipped cream.
She's gonna try some.
You can try the
Ooh.
strawberry vanilla.
Yes.
That's what I want to try.
The strawberry vanilla.
Brady, what would you like to try?
He's looking for hand sanitizer.
Banana or strawberry vanilla? Strawberry vanilla.
Sanitize the hands up.
And he's sanitizing the hands, so we know we're going to be okay with
Yeah.
For me, no offense, Brady.
that. There are a lot of illnesses going
There
around.
is.
so
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
appreciate that.
Take a look at me.
You sound like you have a cold still.
She does.
I still do.
Yeah.
Still do.
Why is a pie round?
They don't have to be.
They don't. No.
They could be.
But they are, because when you're forming the dough, a circle is kind of more of a natural result, I think, of the process than a square. But if you did make a square pie, mathematically, you would have more pie.
Good.
Well, pi r square.
Yeah.
That was bad.
We'll take it.
Good point. You'd have the corners.
Thanks, Pete. You'd have the corners. We did your menu today, too, Chef. It sounds fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes, it does.
Ooh, look at that.
I'm so short on students, if I get too busy, I might be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
It's good, though.
It's a good thing. Because a lot of students are in...
She's going to get called on camera in a minute.
I know. We bring her out.
Yeah. Is she here?
Oh,
Keep coming back.
I think someone is out in the audience.
Yeah,
that needs
Sarah's
to say
daughter
hello.
goes here.
She does.
That's
She
right.
does. And she's saying hi to her mother.
Yep.
We love that.
That's sweet.
Yes, we do.
We do. No,
do.
listen, most
100%.
teenagers
She
don't
doesn't
want
wanna
to have
come
anything
and
to
say-
do with their parents.
I know.
She'd come sit next to me if I asked her to.
We have a chair.
No, she needs to be in her
Class.
shop right now.
Good idea. So again, last words on Countdown to Kindergarten?
Yep. So new this year, I don't know, you can't see it right now, but they're on our flyer that's posted.
There's a QR
There's
code.
a QR code.
It's on our website and our Facebook
Can't-
page.
You can't.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
But you want to, and where does it take you?
It takes you to a Google form to fill out basic information.
It's like a pre-registration.
Sort of, yeah. You don't need to do this in order to attend.
Right.
But it's good for us to have to capture families in case they can't make it. We can send out information as,
Oh, so that's another way.
as you
Ooh.
know,
And they're
the
serving the
school
pie
year
now.
comes
Yeah.
closer. But even if they don't do this before, they'll have to do it when they get there.
Okay.
So either way.
Yeah, but if you don't have a
it's
ton of time, you can get this done ahead of time,
Sure
and
can.
I
That's
think,
right.
and get it taken care of.
Very basic info.
All right, so our last song of the day is going to be "Vision of Love" by Mariah Carey.
Ooh.
So,
I'm going with my gut.
what's your gut tell you?
The year I graduated high school, 1988.
My gut is saying 89.
89.
That was my guess.
I'm
That's
going to
the-
say
guess it too.
1990.
I was going to say 89 or 91. I couldn't decide, but my daughter was born in 89,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go with
Yeah.
89.
All right, Sarah. Just
88.
guess. 88. The answer is 1990.
Oh.
And go, Christine.
say
I
no?
think
Was
you
it
did.
Yeah.
I think Christine has gotten it like every time.
Every
she's on the
time.
show.
Every
Lucky.
time.
Very lucky.
Every time.
Do you remember this music from the 90s, Chef? We Didn't Start the Fire, Billy Joel. Hold On by Wilson Phillips. Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic. And Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. 35 years ago. How's that?
Oh my gosh.
35 years ago. And Chef,
That's
we're
a
here talking about
long
Countdown to Kindergarten.
Thank you.
And the kindergartners, they're getting free T-shirts because they will be the class of 2038. How does that make us feel? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Old.
that is incredible.
I'll take a little of each, sure. If you insist. It looks like you are. You know.
This looks really, really
It
good.
really does.
I know. Is
I
it?
love the
I'm waiting
banana.
because I
Is
feel
it-
like
I know. It's like, is it not kosher to eat on the?
No, it's
No,
good,
go
but
ahead,
we're
go
just
ahead.
waiting. I always wait till everyone
Yeah,
gets
gets
their
their-
thing, right? I mean,
Hey,
is that?
in our house growing up? No, I have 5 brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
You ate when you got
Got
it.
Thank you. I got it.
Exactly.
Ooh.
All right. Woo.
And so Pete would like a piece of strawberry vanilla, right, Pete? Yep.
Yes, that is
How
correct.
about Brady?
I think he was the same.
So 2 strawberry vanillas. And if we could have some take-home banana
Yeah,
pie,
right.
2 pieces.
2.
Yeah.
Because Chris couldn't be here today.
Yeah, well, he's tied up with MSBA, but
Right.
I was going to bring one for Cindy. And,
Oh, nice.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
Maybe 3 then.
Maybe 3.
Maybe.
Well, I don't think Chris
But
is
I don't know
around
if he's
till
gonna
afternoon.
Make it, right?
No,
Oh, it'll
no,
be bad by then.
He'll have like 3. I think he's in like hours with MSBA. They're doing surveys of our schools.
Oh, that's important,
so
though.
they're in every building that minus Westfield River.
Well, yeah, it just opened.
Just opened. So, all right, we have a minute left. What else on Countdown to Kindergarten?
Anything else?
We really encourage the
Just come.
EL population.
Right.
because
Yes.
there'll be translators there to come.
So have we reached out? How do we reach out to that group?
We
Is there-
did translate everything in the flyers, so all the flyers that went out were also translated.
Okay.
So hopefully
We
that will
are
help.
sending lots of announcements out.
Yeah.
We're sending it out to families that are already in our schools in different languages as well.
Yep.
We're sending it out through Paula's different networks, different play groups, doctors' offices. So,
Yep.
places people go.
All right.
We're going to find
I think
them.
really, even if you don't plan on registering or you're already like in the public schools, just come. Because there's so
Yep.
much information, and it's not just about registering. It's about just getting the whole
Well, you learn about the whole school
right,
system.
the whole picture.
And really, not just our school system, but the community
Right,
around it as well.
exactly.
And we do have a photo backdrop. with
Oh,
some
we have the
photos at
photo booth
Yeah,
again.
that
Forgot
was
about
new
that.
last year.
Oh my
That was
gosh,
fun.
bring
That
your
was very
phones,
fun.
because
Yeah.
we
As
will
far as,
have
like,
that.
The
That's
time,
awesome.
I know it's 6 to 7:30. You're not obligated to stay that entire
No.
time.
Right,
Right.
You can be there
exactly.
for 10
So if I get there at
minutes, be
7,
That's
is that
fine.
okay?
We do have raffles too.
Right.
Oh.
We have
Yes,
so
we
much
have
we
raffles.
forget
But you
about
do have
those
to be
things.
present to win the raffles.
So you
There's-
come in, we give you free tickets.
Yes,
Yep.
there'll be a ticket. I forgot
As
about
long
the
as
raffle.
you come. Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yes.
buy the raffles, but you do have to come.
Those
to
will be
fill it out.
announced throughout,
the night, throughout the night.
probably
Yeah.
within the first hour.
Okay.
And what's in those baskets?
Oh, lots of goodies: books, games, sidewalk chalk, just a lot. Bubbles. There's a lot of fun.
Gee, I want to play with.
I don't.
I know, right?
What's more fun
Yeah.
than that, right?
All right. Well, that's a wrap for today. Next week, we are broadcasting live from Westfield High School. We will be featuring students and staff for the Westfield Public Schools Science Fair. There are actually 40 students from WTA that are participating this year, which
Oh,
is
wow.
really
That's
great.
That's great.
I had to get a bus to bring them over, which is okay. We'll do that.
Not even a car or a van.
No.
Wow.
That
Great.
40. So have a great weekend, and we will catch you next week. Thank you all for being on our show, and
thank
we're all
you.
awaiting eating our pie. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Looks
Thanks,
so good.
everybody, and stay warm.
Treated me kind, sweet destiny, carried me through desperation to the one that was waiting for me. It took so long, still I believed somehow the one that I needed would find me eventually. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you've given to me. Right through the nights, but so alone, suffered from alienation, carried the weight on my own, had to be strong. So I believed, and now I know I've succeeded in finding a place I can see. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you've given to me. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you've given me. I realized a dream, and that vision was the love that came to be. Feels so alive. I'm so thankful that I've received the answer that I have. about you turned out to